Yes, back there in the back. I'm sorry, speak up. Who is my other favorite voice actor to work with, and what else? And what is it like? You know, the funny thing is, most of this stuff, like anime-wise, we're just in there by ourselves, so we don't really get to work off of anyone. And so, you know, then we really kind of just rely on our directors. Mary Elizabeth is a great director. She directs Naruto stuff and has been doing that forever. She directs me in Tenkai Nights. And so really, it's working off of people like that, directors. But you know, like I've done, there's Rush Zone, some Prelay stuff, and there's quite a few people. Yuri was in there, I think, at one point. Laura Bailey's in there. Some guys you don't know. But you know, I actually just like working with everyone. Some people I think that are really good. Like Steve Bloom is really awesome, and I wish I could have his cool voice. Like he just has an automatically cool voice, you know? Yeah, it does, right? It's like, you know, it's that voice like when you wake up in the morning, and for a split second you start talking, you're like, hello. And you're like, oh, that sounds so cool. And then when you go,
you go, oh crap, I lost it. It's gone now.
Yeah, right. He's got perfect morning voice like throughout the day. Yes. My favorite character? It's tough to choose because they're all like my babies. They're like my children, you know? And it's like, it's hard to say. I mean, Vash was really cool. It was a lot of fun. It was the first voiceover gig that I got. Lelouch was a lot of fun. Kiba, there's a special place in my heart for Kiba and Wolfsbane. I mean, just all of them, really. Nero from Devil May Cry 4 is probably one of my most favorites, though. And mostly because, like, for example, like when I work on Bleach or whatever, it's already drawn, you know, they've done it in Japan, and I basically have to match the character, you know, if they've drawn he's screaming, they've drawn him crying, or whatever, I've got to match that, right? And so I still get to make my choice, but I've got to make it within that limitation of what they've drawn. Whereas Devil May Cry 4, it was a script. So I got to make the choices, you know? I'm like, oh, I'm going to scream here, I'm going to shout this line, or I'm going to cry right here, or I'm going to pound the ground, or whatever, you know? Because I did the motion capture, too, so I had the, you know, spandex with shiny balls all over me. I'm like, la 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 la, la 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 la. That's not what I did, but that's me showing you what I did, but that doesn't make sense, so never mind. So what? Hey. Would that be weird if that's what the game was like? Now, there's a funny thing, actually. I'll tell you a story. Ruben Langdon, who does Dante, see, that game, they brought us over because there was we were the only voices. There was no Japanese voice. It was just our voices in that series, and so English, I guess. And so when they brought us over, there were some things that they had drawn the characters, you know, like when the characters are idle and they start to taunt or they start to do things or whatever. So he had some stuff that his character was doing, and then he called me over and he was like, explain to these guys, Johnny, that we don't do this in America. Nobody would know what that is. There were a couple of things that they do, like in Japan. Like, I don't know if you guys seen like or know any Japanese guys from Japan. Like when we squat, we'll probably squat down like this, right? We're gonna squat down, take a knee. But when they squat, like they're having a smoke or something, they do this, like that. And I'm like, no, that looks like maybe you're taking a dump or something, you know? Or it looks kind of weird. And then they did another thing, like the Yakuza guys. They do this. They're like, what? I'm like, no, it's kind of like a monkey or something. You know, like a monkey throwing. You know, and so there's like some weird things like that. Yeah, that was me throwing poop. Just so you know, all right? It's in the air. I gotta change the subject. Poop. I keep seeing this staff up there, and I'm almost gonna point at the staff, but that's not your hand, right? Yes, back there in the back of the red shirt.
Hey, how's it it going, man? I just had one question for you. Can I get your autograph after this is over?
I have an autograph session right after this.
Oh, great!
So, but it's in that autograph
Man,
place.
it's so weird seeing you in real life because, like, when I
Is
heard
it
your
weird seeing me in real life?
Yeah, no. I thought
Well, I'm not really here. Ninja vanish! Oh, crap! Hey, somebody fix this table. Cloth is supposed to go all the way down. They're not supposed to see my crotch when I sit down. I'm excited to be here. It's been a long time since I've been here. I don't remember the last time I've been here, actually. Do you? No, see? None of you guys remember. No, you remember. Thanks, man. Hey, you turned off your light. Hey, thank you. It's not a bright, shiny thing anymore. Except for that guy, Green Ranger Ninjetti back there with the bright light.
Got that right.
How's the dragon sword coming up? That's him knocking over a building or something. Alright. Yes, right here. Amber! Yes. Two things. Okay, if there's an anime world that I would choose from one of the animes to live in. I know, that's tough, right? Because I would want it to be one where I could never die. Goodness, one that's like, I don't know, man, it's so tough. What? No. Wait, yes. Code Geass. But only if I can be Lelouch. Because I would love to have that power. Make me a sandwich. Alright, listen. If I don't have to do it, can I do the hollow laugh? Okay, alright. The hollow, it's similar to the other laugh that I did. Sort of. Strange laugh. Okay, so, so Ichigo, regular Ichigo is kind of my natural voice. And his fighting stuff is like this. Whatever, right? and Hollow Ichigo is more in this range. And let's see, he's his laugh. Here we go again. Who am I? There you go. That's Hollow Ichigo. I know, I love doing that voice. I just can't do anything after the voice. Yellow shirt, yes. Occasionally I get like a fan message on Facebook or something that's like, hey man, are they gonna do any more? And I always say I don't know. Because I don't know, it's not up to me. You watched it? What'd you think? Hey, come on. That part was in the script, I think. No, it wasn't in the script. Actually, in the script was just the pancakes. The fact that he was a ninja that liked pancakes. But I saw like a big thing of ketchup there, and I was like, is it okay? And they're like, you want to eat that? I was like, I don't know, it's just weird, right? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right, yeah, let me try it. And so I ate like a ton of pancakes with ketchup all over it. It was really weird, actually. But I played it off like it was yummy. I was like, yeah. All right. How much time do I have in here? I have to leave a little earlier, don't I? Because of the... Okay. Yeah, because we have to... Okay. Pikachu. I choose you! Something I remember the most from being at a convention? This one? Oh. At any convention, let me think. There's been tons of things that have happened. A weird thing? You don't know? Okay. Well, how about this? We were at Yomacon. I was talking to somebody that was at Yomacon. But Yomacon, I think in Michigan, right? A long time ago, years and years ago, when I had gone there with my band, and we were in the elevator. And you guys know like that when the elevator goes up and it's about to stop, you'll jump up, right? You know what I'm talking about? Yes. Right? And you're like, wee! Oh, it's so fun! And so we did that, all of us, but this hotel wasn't a very like nice hotel. And so, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was just like a little, you know, yeah. And so when we did that, we felt like a shift, like a bigger shift, you know? It was like, and we're like, and then the elevators opened up and the floor was like right here. You know, we're like, should we get out? What if it starts going and cuts us in half? We're like, okay, let's go. So we rushed over it, you know, and got over it. So that was one thing. We also broke the whatever revolving door. Because we were like, wee, revolving door. And then they started collapsing on each other. We're like, oh, oopsie. They have not brought me back. And I don't typically do those sort of things. That was a long time ago. We were just goofing off. Blue Ranger.
What's your favorite Megazord?
My favorite Megazord would have to be the Frog. It would be, and I did ad-lib that line. That was not in the original script. The original script, she comes up to all of us, you're the wolf, you're whatever, and you're the you know, telling everybody how cool they are. You're the ape and whatnot, and the bear, and then you're the frog, you're, what was it? It was like swift and agile or something like that, you know? And then I was upset a little bit because like the first script, my character had a lot of cool stuff, and then one of the other Rangers complained. In the next revision, that person had all my stuff and I was bummed. And so when I saw that part, I was like, hey, can I just be bummed about being a frog? It's kind of a lame animal anyways, you know? And I was like, well, let's do it like the script and then maybe we'll try it your way and see how it reads and then you'll play with it. And then so I got to be bummed out about getting the frog, you know? And that's the one thing I really remember from the movie. I don't remember anything else. And then I remember the second, who saw the second movie? Alright, so in the second movie, not many of you, don't worry, it's okay, I'll just tell you what happens, we win. And spoiler, alright, and so, again, like, we have to get new powers or whatever, right, and everybody gets really cool, you know, vehicles, like Tommy gets like a race car, the little kid gets like a monster truck, and I got a green minivan. And so, I went to the producers, I was like, hey, you remember how I did that thing? I was bummed out about being the frog. Can I be bummed about getting a van? And they're like, I don't even have like a family. Why am I always the crotch of the Megazord? Right. He just said, Johnny, you are not funny. So, okay. You are not nice, jerk face.